Welcome back to the Top Gun Podcast. We're glad to have you here. And guess what, folks? Football is back, especially if you're a Buckeyes fan. We got a great episode for you. We're going to break down everything football from the NFL to college football. We got a great big three here for you guys. We're going to go over the biggest what ifs in sports. We had a good discussion of this, and I really think that you guys can come up probably with some better ones than we did. But at the same time, this was hard. Listen, folks, I implore you, follow, subscribe, do what you got to do to help us out. Stay updated, stay to the moment, follow us on Instagram, X, all the above. We love having you guys. We hope you enjoy the show. It's a good one. Let's go. All right, boys. Football is back. Yeah, 100%. What a weekend. I mean, some great games. I mean, great day to be a Buckeyes fan coming off the tail end of that.
Oh yeah.
Horns down, right? Yeah, football back officially. Thursday, we got NFL coming up. You got Notre Dame playing Miami right now in a good game itself, but football is 110% back. It's not just back as in we're talking about it. It is back. We are watching football, and that was a great weekend. That was just all around fun. So, with that being said, let's start this off. I want to start this off before we get talking about all this football with a little a trivia question. I saw this pop up on X, Twitter, Um, and I actually I was sitting there thinking about it and I really struggled, and I'm curious to see you two young brains if you can come up with something. What is the most influential trade that a Cleveland sports team has made that you can think of? Giovanni?
Go. Yeah.
Probably, there's so much, man.
I struggled.
Say, maybe the LeBron James trade.
LeBron James never got traded. He signed
Oh.
in free agency to Miami.
Yeah, and LA too.
Yeah. Cleveland sports.
Yeah,
Does it have to be influential in a good way?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so here's where I really struggled with it was that Cleveland typically drafts a lot of players, develops them, and then as soon as they get good, trades them away. So we're rarely on the winning side of a trade, right?
Yeah, and so that's where I was gonna go with it. Where I thought influential in a bad way.
No,
Deshaun
no, no, no.
Watson.
Good,
But
influential.
if
Good
we're gonna go
influential.
good, well, I gotta think now.
Yeah.
nice. This is a good one.
So this is all of these that I could think of are before your time. I mean,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying is that we just have not done or produced any good trades. Yeah.
Did the Cavs trade for Kevin Love? Did
There
they
you
trade for
go.
Kevin
Yeah.
Love
They traded
when
for
he
Kevin
played?
Love. So that would be
Okay, so that was a trade.
that would be the Cavs' most influential trade. I mean,
Probably.
so to
And
speak.
in my
He was
in
part
my
of
lifetime, for
yeah,
real.
exactly. He was part of the championship series group that went on to win. So, I mean, yeah, you could say that he was and a very influential trade. That trade was the Cavs dealt Andrew Wiggins and Anthony Bennett to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love, who was still in his prime. I mean, he was an all-star at that time. So to have three
Yeah.
all-stars on that team was a really big deal.
Okay.
So yeah, that was the Cavs. So I'll give you the other ones. For the Guardians or the Indians, Bartolo Colon was traded in 2002 for Cliff Lee, Grady Sizemore, Brandon Phillips, all three of those guys were all stars. Um, Grady Sizemore was in the MVP conversation. Cliff Lee won a Cy Young, and Brandon Phillips was a. He'll probably eventually be a Hall of Famer in the Reds, like for the Reds. But we ended up trading him as well, so he was really good. And then for the Browns, beneficially, we have to go all the way back to 1964 uh, when they traded for Paul Warfield, who was
Yeah,
a Hall of
okay,
Fame
that
wide
sounds about
receiver.
right.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
well,
sounds
that's what
about
I
right.
couldn't. I mean, yes, okay. So there have been trades made, right? None of
Yeah.
them have ever benefited us. So, yeah, that's where somebody posted the question, like, name the most influential trade in Cleveland sports history, and I was like,
That's a good thing.
yeah, that's it's hard to come up with something. So, yeah, I thought that was a good one. So,
Yeah, that is a
um,
good one.
Yep.
all right. So let's talk about our grounded and cleared for takeoff here. College football's back. Football is back. There was a lot of stuff that happened. I mean, social media was a buzz. There was a lot of things to pick from if you were involved in sports. So, um, let's go, Cooper. You go first. Grounded, cleared for
Yeah.
takeoff.
Up first, I have a grounded, and I could have told you that they weren't going to be great this year without Ashton Genty, but Boise State losing 34-7 to South Florida. They're definitely grounded. I figured they weren't going to be as good as they were last year, but that's a I mean, USF's not a bad team, but that's definitely not a great look for the Broncos.
Yeah, no, that was a butt whooping and by a team that they should have handily beat. Yeah, agreed. Giovanni, you got it grounded?
Well, this one is actually like flight delayed. I'm gonna have to say Arch Manning.
Okay. Okay. Oh, we'll definitely get into some talk about Arch Manning, but
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
is he good? Delayed.
Yeah. Flight delayed for sure.
Delayed. Okay. Um, and you guys have any others before I start rattling a couple off here? I have a couple.
Um I have a few, but they're mostly all college football, and I'll probably talk about them if when we
Well,
get into like a college football segment. So
beautiful.
I'll hold off for now.
I have two grounded. Paul Feinbaum,
Oh,
grounded. Um, just the just the absolute tomfoolery that he was speaking the weeks prior to the game. I mean, I understand like he's his sole job is to get clicks on ESPN, and I don't know, I just feel like you lose credibility when you're just constantly writing one team or one group and you just give no respect to anyone else, and that's what he does for the SEC. It's just SEC all the way, and it's just there's no bueno. So, he's got to eat crow today.
yep.
Yeah,
The other one was I don't know if you guys caught this. Polish CEO. Did you see this tennis match at the US Open?
I did not.
Yeah, so um I'm going to butcher this name cuz I don't know. Peter, it's not spelled Peter, it's like Russian. Um Skizak, Skizak or something like that. They were at a tennis match, and I mean he's a multimillionaire. He's a CEO of some big company, and they're leaning over the railing getting autographs, and the tennis player hands his hat to this little boy standing next to him, and he grabs it out of the kid's hand and puts it in his bag.
That's
Bro,
Yeah.
come on
So
now.
foul.
there's a special place, and I'll refrain
Yeah,
from mentioning where, about like
that's foul.
adult autograph hounds who are like pushing kids out of the way and like waiting outside of people's houses or outside their cars. Like, I can understand where athletes get annoyed with those people because
Yeah,
they're just,
that's foul.
yeah,
I can
you
even.
don't do that. Yeah.
That,
Yeah, so he's grounded. Like, that guy he can go somewhere.
yeah.
Um yeah, I've got a bunch of I'm with Cooper. I've got a lot of things that I want to talk about that are kind of fun. But they kind of go with different segments. So we'll just get into our next segment, and that's our big 3. I know a lot of people are waiting to hear about this, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I think that this one's a good one in a sense of this one was hard in a different way from last week, um, because you really have to think hard. It's not like I have to pick the best one. You really had to think about this one. And this is we're gonna do the big three of what ifs. What ifs in sports. And so, like, what if this would have happened instead? Um, and I didn't think about this, but we had I put it out on social media. Like, what do you guys think before going into it? And I had some people say the negative side of things, and I was like, "Oh," because I was always only thinking like, "What if the negative thing wouldn't have happened? But what if the good thing would?" So you could go either direction here. So, all right, are you guys ready for our big
Yeah.
three this week?
Yeah, this was pretty hard for me,
Uh huh.
especially like deciding, what was the most significant. So,
Yeah, I'll take the first pick here, and then we'll go Giovanni, then Cooper, since Cooper went first last time. Um, so yeah, picking the number one thing here is pretty hard. I'm gonna go with oof. Because I don't know if you guys will get some of these. So that's where I'm like, okay, I think I got this. But I'm curious to see what you guys pick because it's probably something I wouldn't have guessed. I'm gonna go with what if John Elway would not have completed the drive?
hmm
Would the Browns, because I mean they went right back the next year to the playoffs. Would they have been a dynasty? Would they have stayed in Cleveland? There wouldn't be a Baltimore Ravens. Bill Belichick would probably still be the coach. What if?
That's
yeah,
a good pick.
that is a good pick. And I had another one. I won't lie, and I'm gonna let Giovanni go, and then I'll discuss this.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead, Giovanni.
All right, well, I got the what if Tom Brady never left the Patriots in 2020.
Ooh.
yeah,
Well,
what?
yeah. Well, would they be having who's the goat conversation? Is it Belichick or Brady?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because when he left, he showed that he could win with any team.
Right.
So yeah, that is a good one.
Okay. All right, Cooper.
All right, so I had in my actually no, I'm gonna wait until we talk about some after our rankings. But I'm gonna say, what if Kobe doesn't get traded on draft day to the Lakers? The Hornets.
Right.
Do they did they move? Do they become great? Do they win a championship? Like that changed the Hornets organization by not taking Kobe in or not keeping him in probably a lot of ways. That's
Yeah.
gonna be mine. And then hmm, do I want to stick with basketball for my next one or yeah, okay. I'm gonna say national championship game, Butler versus Duke. What if Gordon Hayward hits the
Buries
half
that
court
shot.
shot?
Mm.
It was so close.
Back
It was
iron.
the great
Yeah.
the greatest shot that never was. So I'm gonna say, what if Gordon Hayward hits the shot?
Mm. That's
It's
a
crazy.
big sports moment.
Yeah.
All right, Giovanni, back to you for your second pick.
Okay, well, I had a tough conversation. I had a tough time looking at this, but I would say, what if Chris Paul got traded to the Lakers instead of staying with the was it the Hornets or the Clippers?
It was the Hornets,
Yeah.
I believe. And
Well,
that's
Hornets then Clippers. Yeah.
Okay.
and that's a really good one. That's a really good one because that was like I like there's stories about this. It was supposed to be like the most craziest trade in NBA history, like a 7-team trade. Chris Paul goes to the Lakers, and that's I like that pick. That's a good pick right
Yeah.
there.
That's a big what if because that restructures the way we would know basketball in the mid 2000s or in the
Right.
mid like the teens, 2000 teens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would just restructure everything there. Okay, so I get two here. I'm gonna go. What if I'm gonna stick with the Tom Brady route? And when you started to say it, Giovanni, I was worried because that was gonna be my next one. What if Drew Bledsoe never got hurt?
I think that's a good pick.
Drew Bledsoe
Yeah.
he was a Pro Bowler. I mean, he was a great
Oh,
quarterback. So
good.
like, if Tom Brady never enters the game, who knows?
That's a great pick.
Yeah. My next one, oh, this is tough. What if the Boston Red Sox never traded Babe Ruth?
Hmm. That's you're going back for that one.
Well, that's when we talk about greatest sports moments of all time. What or
Yeah.
media? Yeah. What if? What if? Curse of the Great Bambino.
Hmm.
All right. Are we back to Giovanni? Right?
Yep. So I'm gonna go with basketball again. Um, what if Derrick Rose never got hurt in Chicago Bulls uniform?
Well, they're
Yeah.
retiring it this year. You hear that?
Yeah, 2026.
Yeah.
That's good, man. The youngest MVP ever.
Right.
And the number will never be won again except if his son PJ will be with the Bulls.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, Coop, round us out.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna say, what if Bo Jackson never hurt his hip? He was one of the greatest athletes of all time. He did not even play that long in the NFL, and he's still considered one of the greatest running backs
Yep.
to ever play. And he's like one of the most athletics. He played pro baseball, pro football at the same time.
Yep.
Like he was an absolute dog. If he
Yeah.
didn't injure his hip, he could become one of the greatest ever.
He could have entered the Hall of Fame in 2 different sports, and we probably
Yeah,
never see that ever again. Yeah,
no question.
he's not in the Hall of Fame for either sport,
No.
which is sad. Yeah, what if? I had that too, Coop. Good.
Yeah.
My honorable mention here were what if the Browns never moved? But then I added the John Elway thing because that's kind of like after they missed the AFC champion. Well, that was one of them was the AFC championship, but like they missed a Super Bowl 2 years back to back because of um like dramatic instances like the drive and um the throw it in the lake. What was that one? Giovanni, you said that one when it was the most heartbreaking Cleveland plays of all time. It's like Y Right 88 or something like that. I can't remember the name of it.
I don't remember
Nah, I don't
either.
remember. Anyway, I had what if Tiger Woods never got hurt, never got in a
Yeah.
car accident
Oh, good. That's a great one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
because he could have went on to win several more majors and pass Jack Nicklaus or Arnold Palmer. Yeah. So, you guys have any honorable mention?
I got a couple of those.
Go ahead.
And I showed everybody to you guys. So I got what if Muhammad Ali was never banned from boxing? I got what if the Patriots completed the 20-0 season in the 2007 season? And I got the what if Pete Rose was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame, and I got a very sad uh what if here. I got what if Len Bias never died um before his NBA career.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I feel like a lot of people talk about is Len Bias. That was on my honorable mention.
Yeah. All right, Coop, go over your honorable mentions.
Yeah, so I feel like this one was pretty big, at least for Cleveland. But what if Peyton Hillis never got cursed by the Madden cover and he
Mm,
continued playing at such a high level for the Browns?
yeah.
And that's a good one. I had what if Cam Newton jumps on the ball in the Super Bowl? How does that change his legacy as a Carolina Panther? How does that change Peyton Manning's legacy? And how does that I feel like that kind of would change a lot of things
Do you think
with
he coulda got that ball even if he woulda dove in there?
maybe
I think
that's
it
why
was
it's a what if.
50-50. Yeah.
That's why
I
it's
don't
a
know.
what if.
He
And
was
then
he was scared.
again, I have one more, and this is what I was saying was this is one on my list that was kind of relating to what you're talking about, the drive. And this is one that Mr. Fontaine told me to put in here.
Mhm.
What if the fumble never happens?
Mhm.
Setting him up for the drive. So those were kind of related. So I didn't throw that one in there, but
Yeah.
again, that could have changed the course of Cleveland football, no
Yeah, I
question.
mean, we could look back at all of the, like, what a sad way to lose kind of scenarios and say, "Okay, what if it," or ways teams won at the buzzer on a walk-off or something like that, you know?
Yeah,
I
like
think
what if Auburn didn't win the football game?
yeah, what if they made that field goal, or what if they, what if, Christian Laettner doesn't hit that shot?
Right.
Um, you know
There's so much there where you can be like, what if it goes the other way?
Right, but I think we did a good job of hitting, like, influential in a sense of, like, we truly missed out on sports, or sports in general, or that sport would be completely different if something else may have occurred. So,
Yeah.
all right, good deal. I think that was a big 3. We'll get a graphic out for that as well. So, I thought we did a good job, and honestly, the viewers, like, tell us, like, your biggest what ifs. I know we had a couple people type in on the social media post, so make sure you're commenting on all that stuff and sending us what you think. We love to hear how we messed up or didn't say what you thought, and how you could do better. So, um, all right, so let's real quick before we get into NCAA, because that's probably going to be the biggest talking point here tonight. Let's talk a little bit about. We'll start with the Guardians. Just get them out of the way quick. They're actually doing pretty good right now. The last couple games they played against the Mariners, and it's really helped. And I say that off the heels of a loss tonight, but we've crept back above 500. And as we sit looking at the standings, I believe we're what, 4.5?
I think.
We're 4 games back from the Mariners now in the wild card. So we do have the month of September. They got to play well. They got to pitch well. That's the biggest thing. And um, pitching looked good this week, but it's just so inconsistent. Giovanni?
I also have a talking point for the Guardians. Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz will still continue the investigation of the gambling.
Yeah, they're basically done for the season.
Yep.
And
They're
that's not helping the pitching at all.
no, and really it doesn't help them in free agency or anything like that, because that, they're just kind of stuck. The Guardians are stuck now, and um yeah, that's a tough situation. You don't ever want to get into that where you're just banned from a sport, especially one of your best players, from a personnel standpoint and from a business standpoint. So, yeah. All right, let's talk NFL real quick. Um, the big deal here, in the NFL, there were a couple big deals. I'm going to start with let's go with Scary Terry. Scary Terry got paid, and
Yep.
so that just made I didn't look it up, but the Washington Redskins, Washington Commanders had to have gone up in value for their Super Bowl like probability. Um, Not that he was that big of an influencer, but he's the glue of that team. He's the veteran. He's their best wide receiver. So the whole reason they went out and got Debo Samuel was to take pressure off Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin's more of a deep threat, a deep route runner, and Debo Samuel is more of a catch it either behind the line of scrimmage and run your screens, or run a quick slant across the middle and get yardage. He's the big, strong receiver there, almost built like a running back, but
Yeah, he's pretty fat. I'm
he
gonna
is
say it.
he is
He's a big fella.
he put on some weight last year, and that was a big concern. And I'm sure that part of him trying to get paid will tie to
There's gonna be a
his
yeah.
weight
There's
loss,
gonna
his
there's gonna
skinny
be a clause in the
his
contract.
his skinny Luca phase.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll look really good at parts or at times this year, and he definitely. But yeah, I really like the Commanders now. I think that
Yeah.
they're definitely in a good position. Their offense is going to be good for sure.
Yeah, and like you said, with the pickup of Devo Samuel, and they give Terry McLaurin the extension, that really opens it up for Jaden Daniels to move the ball around more, and
Right.
that also scares me.
To be
So
comfortable. Yeah, to be
yeah,
comfortable for sure. Um, Trey Hendrickson signed his extension as well.
Just a 14 million pay raise.
Right. And it was a pay raise. I mean, so it's like, what were we waiting for if you're going to pay him more? Like, what? I don't
Doesn't make sense.
listen. The Cincinnati Bengals are just. They're right there next to the Cowboys. They're just. I don't get it. He's your best defensive player. You have one of the worst defensive teams. Like, if you're going to do anything, trade away one of your assets on offense. I mean, I could see them getting rid of T. Higgins to almost help with some other stuff, but yeah, they they struggle with paying people. They're a little stingy.
and it's like in my mind, it's like you have a top 5 offense, you have a bottom 5 defense with Trey Hendrickson. Why are you not paying him at all? Like, and then you or putting it off until literally at the
Right.
last possible moment just to pay him more. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's a struggle. I don't every year that seems like there's something wrong with their free agency or their contract signing. So um yeah, those two teams are on the struggle bus. The Giants released Tommy DeVito,
Cutlets.
Tommy Cutlets. So in my opinion, Jameson greater than Tommy Cutlets. Yeah. No, they kept Jameis. Definitely more of an upside in my opinion with Jameson. I mean, he's more of a safety net. I think that Tommy DeVito probably could have been more explosive, but in a bad way too. I mean, he threw a lot of picks, so I guess Jameis does too. So, but I would rather have a Jameis Winston on my team, such a good team player, than if I had to pick one, Tommy DeVito. Tommy DeVito might be a great guy, but uh,
And what's weird is those are two of the personalities of like NFL quarterbacks when you think about it.
yeah,
Like those are two wild guys. So
yeah,
that quarterback room
that
must be pretty wild.
that court. Well, and then you got Russell Wilson running around too, and he's just saying all kinds of weird
Mr.
stuff.
Unlimited.
Yeah, like that. I can't imagine what those quarterback meetings were like. Jackson Dart had to be like, "Do I have CTE before I even
I
play?" Like,
Did you guys see the video of Jackson Dart feeding Jameis Winston W's on the
yes,
sideline? Dude,
and him staring at the camera, eating it.
that's wild.
It was good. I would love to meet Jameis. He's got to be a trip. All right, but not to mention the biggest move in the NFL was Micah Parsons. So Micah Parsons is now a Packer. And I know that Giovanni's got our details here.
Yep.
All right, so I'm relying on Giovanni Schefter. But Cooper,
Yeah, you heard me sigh earlier.
how's your boy Jared Goff feeling right now?
All the Lions fans sighed in unison.
Yeah,
Micah Parsons in the NFC North.
his life insurance policy just went up.
Gosh, the NFC North is gonna absolutely we're gonna run the NFC, and we're gonna it's gonna be an absolute it's gonna be monstrous games whenever the NFC North plays each other.
Right.
Just defensively, offensively, it's gonna be ridiculous.
I don't. I mean, they bring him in to stop the run, which is, I mean, when you look at the other NFC teams, like they're all really good at running the ball. I mean, from DeAndre Swift, Aaron Jones to Gibbs and Montgomery. I mean, it's just they have good running backs. Yeah, you definitely need a Micah Parsons to.
And if Jerry
he's
Jones isn't gonna pay him, he might as well find someone who will. And I don't know if you guys saw the clip of Jerry Jones. They're interviewing him, and they're like, "So what did you have to say to Micah about this?" He goes, "Mike? Who's Mike?" And he's like, he's he doesn't know who Micah Parsons is.
No,
He needs to step down
no, he's
immediately.
senile. He's absolutely, and we've said this. I mean, this isn't new. This isn't new news, but like Micah Parsons is arguably your best player. I mean,
It's him or CeeDee Lamb,
it's
I
him or CeeDee
think.
Lamb, hands down. But like, CeeDee Lamb, he's a wide receiver, so he'll have good years, he'll have bad years. But as far as Micah Parsons, he's a 5-time Pro Bowler. Like, I don't understand like how you're like, and then his quotes when he was like, I don't know, before he lost his mind in that interview was like, well, but can you imagine the number of Pro Bowlers we could draft with the picks we got? And I'm like, but 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 you have a Pro Bowler. You know
The
how
fans
hard.
don't want the fans don't want you to win again in 6 years. They want you to win now, like you should be doing. You have Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Micah Parsons on the same team.
Well, and how
Like,
many, but also how many players have been drafted that didn't pan out in the first round? Thousands?
Thousand.
Yeah, like the fact that you have the guy and you're like, you can have him. He's
it's
in he's a
ridiculous, man.
nut. He's a nut. And everybody's, everybody rags on the Browns for being bad, and they are. I mean, the whole Deshaun Watson thing is just embarrassing. But at the
Oh my
same time,
gosh.
like the other teams have their problems too. So if you can, honestly, if you can fly under the radar, you have a good GM and owner. So I don't. He's not. I don't understand why he's, and well, it's his son too. He's turned the keys a little bit over to his son, but he just loves the spotlight. It's like he's got to step in front of the camera. He's a nut. Anyway, Giovanni, you got our stats on that trade.
Yep, yeah, I do. As Micah Parsons got traded to the Green Bay Packers for 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark. I don't know why the Cowboys decided to not re-sign your best player. Jerry Jones must have had CTE on that press conference over the Michael Parsons situation. And also the Packers could be possibly the second place of the NFC North. But Cowboys fans, why are you not paying Michael Parsons? Jerry Jones must have been on an island on CTE.
Yeah,
The
it's
odds the
ridiculous.
odds for the Cowboys had to have gone down like significantly after they traded him.
Yeah, and the Packers going up. I
Going
think
up.
the Packers might even win the division. I'm not even gonna
We
lie.
literally went from the Packers being the worst team to the Pack. Yeah, that doesn't help with my Detroit Lions like 12-win prediction. So
Oh yeah, me neither. Trust me.
yeah,
What did I have him doing? Like
I don't
14 or
know.
15?
Yeah, something like that.
Ridiculous.
Anyway, it'll
It's
be
okay,
interesting to
Detroit.
see. Listen, you know what? Love
Oh,
the drama. Love the drama.
yeah.
It's always good to talk about it and fun to watch, but I just feel bad for Cowboys fans that they have to deal with this old man running their
I
organization.
just feel bad for Dallas fans, man.
Right.
Luca, and then Micah Parsons. It's ridiculous. He was supposed to have a statue.
Yeah, right next to Dirk for the Mavericks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
jeez. All
gosh.
right. Well, let's just mention the Browns real quick. All right, the Browns. All right. So I thought this was, well, we'll talk about the Kenny Pickett gone, right?
Yep.
They got rid of Kenny Pickett for a 5th-round pick. So it's not, I mean, they were probably going to cut him anyway, so they got something out of it. Um 5th round isn't terrible. I guess, some people can fall to the 5th round. And they have 2 quarterbacks, both of which could probably do the same thing that Kenny Pickett could do. I'm going to be honest with you, like I think Shador Sanders has a bigger upside. I think he definitely has more potential in a sense of he is more athletic and stronger and a little bit younger, but as far as like game ready, I think Dylan Gabriel is better. Um, so that's where I'm at with that. I don't think that um I don't think releasing or trading Kenny Pickett is going to hurt the Browns at all. So I mean, it's always nice to have a good seasoned backup, but at the same time, why have that many? And then as soon as Deshaun Watson comes back, they'll have a full quarterback room again. So I don't foresee. I mean, going into next year, those two, Gabriel and Sanders, really have to step it up. So, but they might not even get a chance at this point. And but then okay, so say it one more. Like going off of what I just said, they signed Bailey Zappi. Did you see that
Practice squad.
to the? But like, yeah, okay. So if somebody else gets hurt, but but why? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so the Browns in the preseason went 3-0. Giovanni, the last time the Browns went 3-0 in the preseason, what was their season record?
So the last time the Browns were 3-0 in the preseason was, I guess, the 2021 season, and they finished with a record of 8-9.
Was it the 21? Like, is my research off?
It was.
I thought it was the 2017 season when they went 0-16. So that's not a good trend if that was the case. But if you found more accurate stats, that's probably a good thing then. Yeah, 0-16 wouldn't be good. But
Yep.
all right. Anything else from in the NFL that you guys wanted to talk about?
I didn't have anything else.
I don't think so.
All right, let's talk college football. Huge weekend for college football. You had 3 games where top 25 teams, top 10 teams were playing each other. Um, and then a whole bunch of top 25 matchups that were just great football. It wasn't necessarily your blowouts. There were some close games, some barn burners, some upsets. I know the Boise State game we talked about off screen, and how big of an upset that was. That Boise State last year makes the playoffs. This year just absolutely gets rolled in the game, and it wasn't even close. Um, Southern Florida just absolutely toasted them. Um, but yeah, uh, before we get into the Buckeyes, um, LSU goes into Clemson, battle for Death Valley. And I think LSU came away with the rights to hold Death Valley title. You guys know that both the stadiums are nicknamed Death Valley.
Yeah, I think I heard that.
Yeah. So, um, see, Georgia beat Marshall. That's no surprise. Oregon beat Montana State. Big. That's no surprise. Big surprise was Alabama losing handily to Florida State, and Florida State got fined for
Running on the field.
storm in the field, yeah. Which I think that's I mean, come on. The teams has been terrible for the last couple years,
Oh yeah,
ever since they got left out of the college football playoffs. And look, give them something. I mean, beating Alabama is a big thing. Like, who cares
yeah,
if you run on the field? I guess my only thing is like you always have to look at the safety. Like,
right.
okay, you have a bunch of Florida State players on there, and you have 50,000 fans running on the field. Those Alabama fans or Alabama players, sorry, are probably in danger, I
Oh
guess.
yeah, Florida State fans for sure,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, they're a little wild. Um, yeah. Other than that, let's see. No other big games or big matchup upsets. Everything else was pretty clean across the board as far as who was supposed to win one.
Yeah.
So, Cooper, anything outside of the Ohio State game you want to talk about?
Yeah, I just had a few games that, maybe were they were a little strange. Maybe there's some shenanigans going on. Army losing to Tarleton State, that was kind of wild. I wasn't expecting that,
Where
but
is
Tarleton's
Tarleton State?
in Texas, I believe.
Good.
And there's a
It's
few
impressive that you knew that.
Texas teams that I want to talk about. So, University of Texas Rio Grande Valley played their first ever like football program game ever, and they won 66-0.
Wow.
But they also played a team named Sol Ross State, and they're both in Texas. And I don't know what Sol Ross State is. It's a smaller school, but playing your first ever program game and winning 66-0 has to mean something. So that was huge in the state of Texas, and that's not even the biggest Texas game that we're going to talk about.
Hmm.
There was a few. Oh, Kent State won.
Mm-hmm. It was like their
But
first home opener or win in the opening game in a long time.
yeah, but I'm gonna say it's not very reassuring that they beat Merrimack College by 4 points, and
Yeah.
I'll credit the win to their return man, Dorealist Clark. Oh my
Did you
gosh, he is
see
so
that?
He
He has to have 100 speed
Oh yeah,
on
he's so
NCAA.
fast, and he has an amazing name,
I
Dorealist.
know.
Oh my gosh, that was that was
We
gonna
gotta
be
go best college football names.
that was
That's
gonna
gotta be our
oh
big
that's gonna
three. Yep.
yeah next big three,
Yep. Next
and
big
so
three.
that was gonna be my cleared for takeoff, but I didn't get to. I left it for the college football
I
segment, and
know.
that was a great moment.
I
Um,
right before we got on here, I caught that clip and I was like, holy
dude,
cow. He
he
just
was
like shot out of a
moving.
cannon.
He was moving, and
Giovanni, if
so
you haven't seen that, yeah, you gotta watch this.
yeah, it's
It's
ridiculous. And
crazy.
so I'm gonna stick with MAC teams, Bowling Green. So they replicated their exact same opening season return that they had last year. And I don't know if you guys seen this, but they're a player brought in their cat to the
Yeah.
locker room for spring training, and he has become the unofficial like mascot of
Just
Bowling Green. Like
roams
they
the
brought him
locker
out,
room.
dude. They brought him to the football game and they were holding him up like Simba. It was
Yeah.
amazing. His name's Pudge. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And so that's one of my favorite moments. And then so this is a little more niche, but Stetson College, which is a small Division I FCS school, lost to an even smaller NAIA school by 10 points. So it was Stetson versus Weber International College. Weber International has 850 students, and almost 20% of their students are on the football team. And a Division I FCS team lost to them, and that was my like weirdest game of the week. Like that's just
Yeah.
weird. So that's one thing I had, and then I have two more fun moments. Well, one of them is a fun moment, but this one's really neat. We saw it a few years ago with the Arizona State running back, Chinese running back named Jackson He. He had his Mandarin characters printed on his backplate. This year, Western Michigan has a player named Mustafi Al-Garawi who has his name in Arabic script printed on his nameplate, which is really cool. And the the Tulsa punter, Angus Davies, which is an awesome name, had a 90-yard punt in their game, and
It's a good
it was
roll.
it was a yeah, it was a good bounce, but it was all like it was a monster. And so that's I had a lot, but that was like all my amazing college football moments
Yeah.
this week.
Sure. I mean this is definitely the week for what
Shenanigans.
on earth is that school kind of
Yeah.
moments. Like you get these schools that are nobodies that just pop up. They're like,
Yeah.
I've never heard of them. So that's always fun to like kind of play that game with with these matchups. And a lot of times, I mean, it is like you're, hey, we'll pay you $2 million to come play Alabama and get your tail kicked. And then, Appalachian State beats Michigan kind of deal. Stuff that shouldn't happen that does, and then the crazy numbers start flying around, like they paid them this much, and like what you're
Oh
throwing
yeah.
at us, like all the enrollment numbers, and that's always fun to kind of the first 2 weeks. It's always like that. I mean, Ohio State has Grambling next week,
That's
and I don't know if their college football team could beat Mount Union, to be honest with you. So
Oh, I think they could. I mean,
it's gonna be,
Grambling.
I know, but you have to understand it's too. It's a you're right. I I'm probably being dramatic, but it's an HBCU, and they, I mean, their enrollment probably looks a lot different than a lot of FBS schools. So
Yeah, but I'm it in defense of Grambling State. They're one of the uh, best. I would say one of the best HBCU football teams. It's like them, Southern, Jackson State is probably the best. I
Jackson
would
State,
say,
yeah.
and then maybe.
Grambling always has one of the best bands.
Oh, Grambling has a great band.
Um,
It's
it's
always the
it's more
HBCUs.
of a like a jazz band than a marching band.
Yeah, so right now I think in Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium today they're playing the HBCU Classic there,
Yeah.
and so that's two Division two HBCUs, Miles College and Virginia Union, where I'm just gonna keep on going on here. Virginia Union University, that's where Ben Wallace played his college basketball, and then Miles College. Well, they're more known for their band, but they're called the Purple Marching Machine, and so I just thought of that right now. I think that game's.
Oh, lost him. He's back. What happened?
I'm back. I don't know
You're
what was
back.
going on
It's all
there.
good.
All right.
Uh the Purple Marching Machine. That's where we lost you. Looks like it's gonna end on the Purple Marching Machine.
What the heck, man? This is ridiculous.
I don't know.
Can you guys hear me? Am I back?
Somebody needs to pay the bills in your house.
Yeah. Come on, man.
All right.
Okay.
Let's talk about some Buckeyes.
Oh
The
yeah.
world famous Buckeyes. Listen, when Gus Johnson comes on middle of the day and he's just screaming in my face about the Buckeyes.
I love you, Gus
Oh,
Johnson.
Gus Johnson, man.
Is another big three for best broadcasters.
Gus Johnson.
Yeah.
But you know what, Giovanni? I would venture to say there's a lot of people that absolutely hate Gus Johnson.
Oh yeah.
It's not
I
one of
mean,
those ones where he's like universally loved, because I know he works for Fox, but like he loves him some Buckeyes.
Yeah.
and
And
it's
it's supposed to be an unbiased network, and he loves him some Buckeyes.
and the other problem is a lot of other broadcasters view him as unprofessional
Yeah.
because he does all the hooting and hollering. But
Right.
I feel like any real fan knows that Gus Johnson is an amazing broadcaster, if you ask me.
Right. I agree. I think that some of it is maybe some jealousy, because he's such a personality. I mean, the stuff that he comes up with is just amazing. Like
Oh my gosh,
the
Denzel Ward, you got
Denzel Ward
barbecue
hit
back.
every time.
You got barbecue
You
back
didn't
there.
invite me? Come on.
Oh my,
Anyway.
hurt my feelings.
I just wish one day. One day. Yeah.
How about those
How
Buckeyes?
about those Buckeyes? Anyway, so the game, I mean, it was a, in some realms, it was a 1-2 matchup in the coaches poll, but it was the 1-3 matchup. It was basically a preview of a national championship game. It was a revenge match of what happened last year in Texas. And I don't know why people are getting so upset with like a low scoring game. Like, congratulations, your defenses showed up. I don't understand, like they're getting all over these quarterbacks about playing so poorly. How about we just like congratulate the defenses on just playing like exactly how they're supposed to play? Like
And that's
they
why
put
we got
they put our,
Fisher.
they put Arch Manning in a box. I mean, Julian Sand didn't do much, but at the same time, he did exactly what he needed to do to keep them in the game. It wasn't like he had to go out there and sling the ball around for 300 yards and have these like highlight reel plays to Jeremiah Smith for, 80-yard touchdowns. He managed the game. It was slow. It was sluggish. The play calling was sluggish. Um, but the goal was to not give the ball to Texas in scoring position, and they did that. And
Right.
then held them
And
on fourth down plays. So, what are you saying, Coop?
well, I was just gonna say, I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but it's like the these young people just don't respect a good defense. And I mean, like you were saying, if that's what you need to do to win, you're playing the game the right way.
Right.
And I mean, we saw that especially in like the early 2000s of the NBA, defense literally won like championships for the Pistons. That's how they beat the Lakers. And so, yeah, I mean, I just feel like maybe people are definitely taking this the wrong way. Like that was an amazing game for the Ohio State defense.
I got to get that on a quote card with like your face on it. These young people,
These young people, man.
tell you, tell you, these young people nowadays. No,
It's friendly fire. It's friendly
yeah, I was
fire.
gonna say like your peers. Um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I watched a good game of football. I think that there were some plays that I probably would have liked to have gone a different way in a sense of like, why are we running the ball here? But in the same sense, I mean, you had to know Texas had the same game plan they had last year, where they held us to 21 points. And, of the 28 total points, but one of those touchdowns was a defensive touchdown. You had to know they were coming in with the same game plan, that it's a good defensive team, that they know how to play Jeremiah Smith, they know how to contain the quarterback, like X, Y, and Z. Like I, I don't know. I think that Brian Hartline calling plays now is going to be okay. I think that he will get better at it. Being a wide receiver guy and having so many weapons, he'll find a way to get it to him. I don't think that that's going to be a problem. And Sayan looks like he has enough moxie in order to get it to them, that he's not just going to stay in the pocket and take a sack, or scramble out of the pocket when he should stay in the pocket, those kinds of things. But I was impressed for the most part. I thought that their running backs ran hard and strong, that they didn't take many loss of yardages. They held on to the ball. I would say the biggest disappointment I had, and this might be a hot take because a lot of people wouldn't agree with me, is that Jeremiah Smith did not look like the hype that he lived up or has played to in previous games. Two early drops right off the bat, and he didn't look that great. I would have liked to have seen, I guess, the only thing differently on offense is I'd like to see them get it into um, Max Krause's hands a lot more. Being a tight end, just to take some pressure off of um, the wide receivers on the outside, so that Max Clare, so that they had more of those opportunities to take deep shots. But they didn't throw it to him very much. He only had one reception for 11 yards. I would like to seen more of that.
Mhm.
But I mean, it was definitely a great game for Ohio State. And there's one thing that I did want to say, and I know we said Arch Manning maybe wasn't living up to what we all thought he was going to be, but he did have the flashes. I mean, we saw at the end of the game an absolute dime to the tight end. I mean, he put it right in the bucket. I was watching that. I saw that play and I was like, wow. Like it was a great pass. And then he threw an interception like 3 plays later, but
Well, and that's what I'll agree. I completely agree with you there. I think that Arch Manning put none of this on him, and I'll go back to what I said about Paul Feinbaum being grounded. Like all these like personalities have just dubbed him because his last name's Manning is this just like god among men kind of player, and I just don't think he's had a chance to truly develop anything, and he hasn't proven anything. Um, here's what I will say though. I watched Riley Leonard all last year, former quarterback from Notre Dame, and he had a weaker arm, made even poorer decisions, had great legs, and I would say that Arch Manning is a lot like him, and Riley Leonard took them to a national championship. So I don't I see them, still winning a lot of games. Um, I just I don't see why they put him on the pedestal that they put him on. But I mean, for all the hype around Arch Manning's legs too, he had 10 carries and only got 38 yards. So they must have been spying him the entire game.
yeah, I mean, I feel like it's kind of like what we said about Shedeur Sanders the other day, where because of the name, people will overreact to anything, like whether it's doing good or doing bad.
Yeah,
People are gonna act like it's either the best thing ever or the worst thing ever. So
right. Did you get a chance to catch it, Giovanni? Did you catch parts of it?
Yeah, I did. I was gonna be talking about this game. So the Buckeyes single-handedly just beat Texas by 7, which I didn't even think that would be a game. But I got to give some credit to Matt Patricia. He came to Ohio State from Philadelphia a couple seasons ago, and he held Texas to under 7 points. I'll give him some credit. But I'll say Julian Sane did not do too bad, but I gotta say, Arch Manning, I gotta say that he probably made more TV commercials than completions this game. How could you go 17 out of 30 for 170 yards? I know he threw a touchdown and an interception, but how could you hold on. How could you film more TV commercials than completions?
I'll tell you how.
Money.
He's making more money than NFL players right now, Giovanni. There's
Oh
a
yeah.
reason he didn't go into the draft. Yeah. No, and it's not just because he had a ineligibility to do a red shirt. He could have sat out this year and still gotten drafted first overall. So he is making a lot of money. I saw a lot of people. Did you guys catch the eyeglasses commercial?
Yeah.
I
How
think I saw
like
that
when he
one.
was a kid he struggled and then he got glasses and he like completely like changed his life. I saw a lot of
Maybe he
people
needs to
saying
get glasses.
where's his glasses at? Yeah, it was kind of funny. You got one, Giovanni?
Are we gonna talk about the Lee Corso final headgear?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that that's a big part of it. So I was saying like I could have put $1,000,000 that Lee Corso was going to pick Ohio State as the headgear, and somebody else was like, "Nah, Texas is the favorite." I'm like, but that's who he picked first, and he has a chance to
His
pick
first
them.
love.
He has a chance to pick them last. Like that's
It's his first
Cinderella.
love.
Yeah, come on, that's storybook.
Yeah,
So,
and I mean his speech leading up to the pick, it was great.
oh,
He was like, Texas, they're the #1 team. They have a Manning. It's gonna be such a challenge for the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Give me my
And
first love.
exactly.
yeah, no, I mean, in the whole like, you knew that College Game Day that whole day, if you had it going on in the background or whatever, college game day is just awesome to turn on at 9 o'clock and uh, listen to the music and listen to Pat McAfee scream at your TV and watch somebody kick a field goal. But eh, they, every segment they had something where they were doing like, how did the headgear thing get started? And the one I saw was the goodbyes, um, where they were like signing off, and they had Lee Corso sitting in a theater. It was probably
Yeah, yeah,
probably a
yeah.
film room, and
I saw that.
everybody was saying their goodbyes from College Game Day, like Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit, and Kirk Herbstreit couldn't breathe. I mean, he was crying. He was
Oh
like
yeah.
sobbing uncontrollably, and you,
That's
you get the ver you get the ver you're fine, Giovanni. You get the verbal
Look, look.
meme. You get the verbal meme of where girls cry and it's Titanic and roses on,
yeah.
and then
The Notebook.
where boys cry and it's like Paul Walker as he like smiles and looks at you and then drives off,
Yeah.
and then where men cry and it's like Lee Corso putting on a Buckeyes headset.
I'm
Yeah,
so sorry, everyone.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
it's
the
just it
it's
was
like the video where they're interviewing Dan Campbell and they're like, why are you emotional right now? And he's all red and he's crying. And it's like, oh yeah, it was really emotional. And I
Yeah.
just want to make one comment. No offense to Pat McAfee. I know he's very boisterous, like you mentioned. He likes yelling at the TV, but I feel like he did a good job holding back.
making
I
the
know
moment. Yeah,
yeah, I know he wants to yell. It's College Game Day,
yep.
but he did an excellent job.
He still yelled pretty good about when he
Yeah,
made his pick, because he did the same thing he did in the Sugar Bowl.
yeah.
So, all right, Devani.
Before I say my final talking point to Lee Corso, I am so sorry to everyone who watching this while my phone was flipping. That's my fault. But
No
anyway,
worries. Technical
my final
difficulties.
talking point to Lee Corso. His legacy will live on forever, from football to coaching to broadcasting. He
Yep.
will be remembered, he will be remembered as an ESPN College Game Day legend.
A
Listen.
goat.
Yep. Listen, Giovanni, don't worry about it. And anybody watching who has a problem with it, we're taking donations. for camera stands, mic stands,
Yeah.
some new equipment for all three of us. These Shure microphones, great, and if Shure would like to sponsor us, that'd be great too. Um,
Good one.
we're all looking for some Sony, you know, cameras. We could do this
Anybody
right.
out there listening,
Yep.
please?
Yep. Any large corporations or anybody who has a problem with Giovanni's tripod falling over, feel free to help out. Appreciate it.
Good sponsor.
Yeah. All right.
Alright.
Yeah. Lee Corso, man.
Well,
Oh
listen,
my gosh.
Lee Corso. I mean, I agree that if you love sports, you love Lee Corso. That's one of those ones where I say like top 3 Giovanni when you throw Gus Johnson out there, like you're talking from an Ohio sports fan who just loves hearing him scream about Jeremiah Smith catching a touchdown or Denzel
Oh,
Ward.
my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to
I
be.
do not think there is a single person on earth who does not like Lee Corso. Except maybe that little
There's
except
that
maybe
little
that
kid.
maybe that little kid he called a midget.
Yeah, Bulldogs.
Not so fast, midget.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Gosh. I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah.
We will miss him
Especially
too.
since Pat McAfee's probably gonna try and take over that. Yeah, you
Oh,
can't.
he'll
You
be
can't.
he'll
You
be
can't.
yelling and ripping his shirt
That's
off
what
every
I know.
episode.
Yeah. They got to find somebody to be like the lighthearted, funny guy.
Yeah, well, I tell you who it won't be. It will not be Paul Feinbaum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting relegated.
Yep.
We're relegating him.
He's demoted.
And
Absolutely.
before Lee Corso did his final broadcasting game, he had his surprise retirement with his home, and he got a new like living room with a TV and some collections from the broadcasting of ESPN for Lee Corso's home in his living room. So he will never forget those memories with ESPN.
Yeah.
Nope. He's going down. He'll be in a Hall of Fame, multiple Hall of Fames.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, I was, to talk about Ohio State in the game, I mean, I don't know how you can't be pleased with their performance. The first game of the year, you play well. I mean, yes, the play calling might be shaky, but you got to think all these guys, half of them, I mean, the number of seniors that they graduated last year is astronomical. For those guys to come in and still put the clamps on Texas to hold them to
The number one team.
a
The number one team,
garbage
guys.
time, right? A garbage time touchdown,
Yeah.
where they're playing prevent defense, so that they have the ability to just walk it down the field. They're just hoping the clock runs out, and that's where I'm like, their defense it's got to be just like last year, top 10 defense, top 2 defense. You can't be upset with this game. It can only go up from here. I can't understand why, you see these people getting upset about, oh, Julian Sand only had so many passing yards, 126 passing yards, and they only ran the ball for 67. Donaldson ran for 67 yards, and Jeremiah Smith had 6 catches for. It happens. You played the best team in the nation. So, looking ahead at next week, yikes. Grambling State. Let's see. I'll pull that up, Giovanni. While you give me your point.
I wasn't gonna talk about that. The last time that we beat the number one team in the country for Ohio State, it was 1985 versus Iowa.
Oh, really?
40 years ago.
And Iowa being the number one team. That's wild.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Iowa, the Hawkeyes.
Yep. All right, next one.
Oh gosh, Scrambling State. I just feel bad.
I don't even know. I mean, can you even put this out there? Like, it's almost a guaranteed. You could put the line out there, I guess. All right. I'm not getting it. I can't find it.
What are you looking for? Just like the betting odds?
Yeah, just like the bet. Like, what are the? I don't know why it's not. Oh, there it is. I got it. They're not even available.
Nope, not published yet.
Yeah, I can't even get the spread. I don't know. It's got to be like
Yeah,
Ohio State plus minus 50. I mean,
easily.
like I don't know if I would. Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, we already talked about it. A team who's never played a college football game before won their first game ever by 66 points.
yeah,
So, I mean, this is no offense to Grambling, but uh, just imagine what Ohio State's gonna do. Like,
right, right. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, they got that. Big games to watch for next week. Let's pull that up here.
big games, big games.
College football.
We got,
Big,
let's see.
big games next week.
No, there's not too many.
It might
I
be
mean, with
a. It might be a.
Oregon,
Who was that?
yeah,
Oklahoma versus Michigan next week.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Go Ducks. Oh, I forgot
What
to.
could be?
I forgot to talk about that with my grounded. Did you guys see the Oregon mascot run out of the tunnel,
Yeah,
trip and fall? His head fell off, and he had to run
that
back
was
in.
that.
Oh yeah, that's
I feel
grounded,
bad for
buddy.
him. You know, like
Yeah.
Oh, you said Michigan plays Oklahoma. I thought you said Oregon.
I said Oklahoma.
Okay,
Oh, that's my bad because Oklahoma State plays Oregon.
there you go. Yeah, I was looking at the
But
wrong one too.
what I think could be an interesting matchup: number 15 Florida versus South Florida. We just saw South Florida
Yep.
beat the brakes off Boise State, so you never know. But I
Yeah.
mean, there's a few wild games in there. Like we talked about Ohio State playing Grambling, which is HBCU. Miami plays Bethune-Cookman, so that's gonna be a crazy game. I feel like,
Yeah.
or number 4 Clemson playing Troy. Like there's some wild games thrown in there.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot of exciting. Iowa State might be a good one.
Ooh, wait! I just spotted a diamond in the rough, you guys. Texas Tech versus Kent State is gonna be an absolute slugfest.
Oh,
Yeah, it'll be a slugfest, all right.
oh yeah.
By 48
Just joking
points.
around, Kent State. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that'll be over quick. You can
Yeah,
give them a
No
running
doubt.
clock.
Probably.
Yeah, I'd say that's the biggest game. That'll probably be where game day's at. Yep, ABC.
Yep, baby.
It'll be Norman, Oklahoma.
Yep.
So it's too bad our boy Brennan Zurbrugg ain't there anymore. I'd love to see him
Nope.
beat up on his dad's alma mater.
I was gonna say, what's Utah up to? I mean, they just smacked around UCLA,
Yeah,
43-10.
Horrible.
that's that
He,
Amaliva. He's
yeah.
yeah, he is not as good as he thought he was.
No.
Guys, Brendan Zurbrugg might get a chance to play next week. They play University of Cal Polytechnic.
As much as I would love to see Brennan Zurbrugg play, I think that he's like 4th on the depth chart.
Yeah, I think Utah got a big transfer this year.
Their
So
quarterback was good. He put up some big numbers last week.
yeah, they got a big transfer. So he just got pushed down again, and that sucks because that's the whole reason that he transferred to Utah was because he'd be second. But then they picked up like some more transfers, and then he's back down the depth chart again.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I feel bad for
He's
him.
definitely working on his facial hair game, and I completely appreciate that.
oh yeah, I saw him.
Yep.
I saw him a
He's
few
got a
times in
nice
the
little
spring.
stash goatee combo.
Yeah,
I like it. Brennan.
pretty-
So Brennan, if you're listening,
Yep.
there's your shout out.
Yep.
yeah.
Put the boy in. Don't make him hold the clipboard.
Please let him
the boy
play
play.
against Cal Poly.
Play. Give him a game.
Yeah. I'm
All
gonna
right,
look at their.
guys. We got anything else to talk about? I
I
think
don't think
that pretty
so.
much
I don't.
wraps up what everything I wanted to talk about.
Of the
Giovanni,
week.
go ahead, Giovanni.
Funniest moments of the week.
Yeah, you want to talk about? Well, mine was the Oregon Ducks guy. I mean,
Yeah.
it's funny in the moment. Then you're like, this guy's profession. He just looked like a fool.
Yeah.
So I do feel bad.
Ooh, I do have one, and it is so the Ole Miss team put a basketball hoop on the side of their, like on the sideline with their. So I think they played Georgia State maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and when they got a turnover, they dunked on the hoop, and it was some big fat lineman, and he broke it. And so there's
So
just a
one
clip
and
of this
done.
big guy. Yeah, and they're like they need to put some more sand in the bottom of that thing because he just ripped it off. I mean, it was bad.
I got another sideline sniping. Do you see Brian Kelly get trucked?
I
Oh,
did see Brian Kelly get
Oh,
trucked.
I
That was
love
pretty
that.
funny.
I'm not a big Brian Kelly fan. I think that
Nah.
he's no matter where he's gone, he's done them dirty.
I just looked at the updated Utah Utes roster. Brendan Zerbeck's 5th right now.
Yeah,
They got him listed 5th.
man, I feel bad, bro.
that's all right. I mean,
Yeah.
he'll find his landing zone. He'll get his chance.
Be all right.
Yep.
I got the funniest moment of the week right here.
All right, go.
So an Alabama fan became an internet sensation after flipping off an ABC game.
Yeah, that's
I saw that. I mean, come on.
The classic internet meme.
Yeah, they were getting their butts whooped, and he's just like,
they
you
just
know,
got the camera on
he
him.
was
It's
sad.
like,
He
come
was
on,
sad
man.
face in the stands, and he looks over and sees the camera, and he's like, he basically tells the camera, not politely,
Get out of my face,
yeah,
man.
just go away. And they did. I mean, you can't put that on air for very long, so he knew exactly how to play that game. So
Caught from the camera.
well, I think he knew what he was doing. I don't know if he got caught, but he got caught being sad. That was about it.
Yeah.
So
And so we were talking about this where we might have to rank some college names.
oh yeah.
Right now, guys, Brendan Zerberg is sitting behind true freshman Bird Ficklin. So that's just something I wanted to throw out there.
Yeah, it never fails. That Key and Peele skit, man. It's goated.
That's such a good skit, bro.
Yep.
That's legendary.
Legendary. All right, boys. We'll wrap it up here this week. Listen, don't forget everybody to like, subscribe, smash every button you got on there. Give us some love. I mean,
Yeah.
these guys work hard. They put in a lot of research.
Guys,
They have to watch sports. They have to pay attention.
I have to watch so many videos.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
They have to watch TV and like take notes. And
It's so bad.
Give us some
man.
love. Give us some love. Stay up to date. The Instagram, Twitter stuff. I mean, we try to post all the time and interesting takes, thoughts, and we want to know yours. So make sure you're following along and giving us some love there. So next,
smash the like button and subscribe, you guys.
just smash it. Just hit it.
Why not to subscribe to the channel? Why not?
Listen, guys.
Exactly.
Listen. Thursday, football's back again.
Yep.
NFL football.
NFL. Dun 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 dun.
Yep.
We got the Eagles and the newly neutered Cowboys. They're now missing their best defensive player, so I mean that line had to have gone up. So Thursday night football back. Saturday, you got college football. Nothing special. You can watch Ohio State just wipe the floor with Grambling. And then Sunday you got more football.
Sunday.
And then Monday you have more football.
Yep.
And the Guardians they're gonna go on a run here. So
Yep.
Oh yeah. They got time.
All right, guys. Well, subscribe to Top Gun Podcast, and why not subscribe to Ohio Sportscast?
that's right.
Oh yeah.
Yes. If you want to stay up to date on all the happenings, make sure you go follow Giovanni Schefter at Ohio Sportscast. He's got it all.
He does.
So
And guys, remember.
Just remember.
It's not about always being right.
It's about sounding confident.
Yep.
See ya.
See ya.